Hello friends, this is one video tutorial on CRUD operation, and here we will see how can we do CRUD operation by using Angular JavaScript with PHP and Bootstrap Modal. There are many viewer has requested us to make video tutorial on how can we use Bootstrap Modal with Angular JavaScript CRUD by using PHP server script. So we have make this video tutorial, and here we will do CRUD operation like create, read, update, and delete MySQL data by using Angular JavaScript with PHP. For insert and update of MySQL data we will use Bootstrap Modal. By using this modal we will insert new data and update existing data by using PHP with Angular JavaScript. For display MySQL data on web page we will use jQuery Data Tables plugin. So here we will also see how can we load data into jQuery Data Tables plugin by using Angular JavaScript with PHP. So now let's start discussing this topic. So this is our testing database, and in this we have one sample table with 3 table column like ID, first name, and last name. We will do all CRUD operation on this sample table by using Angular JavaScript with PHP and Bootstrap Modal. This is our index page, and here we have included some required library link here. So first link is for jQuery JavaScript library, second link is for Angular JavaScript library link. Third link is jQuery Data Tables JavaScript library link, fourth is for Angular Data Tables JavaScript library link. Fifth link is for Bootstrap JavaScript link. Sixth is for Bootstrap Style Sheet library link. And last link is for Data Tables Bootstrap Style Sheet library link. This all link is required for Angular JavaScript PHP CRUD operation by using Bootstrap Modal, and it must be in this order only. Now we have moved to write HTML code. So in body tag we have add ng app directive is equal to CRUD app. This directive define it is a root element of our application. After this in body tag we have add one more ng controller directive is equal to CRUD controller. This will add controller to our application. Now have write table with attribute data table is equal to ng and data options is equal to vm.data options. Here data table is equal to ng, that means you want to use Angular renderer, so we have to need to add ng value in our data table directory. And data is equal to vm.data will print data in this table. Under this table we have defined 2 table column like first name and last name. Now we have moved to Angular JavaScript code for load sample table data under this jQuery Data Table plugin. So here we have write variable app is equal to angular.module method with 2 argument like CRUD app, which a name of our ng app directive, and in second argument we have write data tables plugin name in array format. After this we have write app.controller method with 2 argument. In first argument we have write ng controller directive name CRUD controller. And in second argument we have write function with $scope argument and $HTTP argument. This way we can add controller to our AngularJS code, and that refer to the controller with ng controller directive. In AngularJS, with the help of this $HTTP object, we can communicate with server by using this $HTTP object. Now here we have write $scope.fetch data is equal to function. Here we have make this Angular JavaScript function for fetch data from sample table and display data under data table plugin. Under this function we have write $HTTP argument.get method, and under this we have write fetch data.php page. So here we have use get method for communicate with server. After this here we have defined success callback function. This function will be called if it received data from server with argument like data, and this function will receive data from server which we can access from this data argument. So here we have write $scope.names data variable is equal to data. So here we have store server data into this $scope.names data variable. We want to fetch data from this $scope.names data variable and display under HTML table. So here we have write table row tag with ng repeat directive is equal to name in names data variable. Here we can fetch data from this names data variable by reference of name by using ng repeat directive. In first table column we want to print first name table column data. So here we have write open and close two bracket, and between this we have write name.firstName object. In second table column we want to print second name table column data. So here we have write open and close two bracket, and between this we have write name.lastName object. So this code will print sample table data under this table. Now we have moved to write PHP code. So first we want to make database connection under database connection.php file. So here we have write $connect variable is equal to new.to class. Under this class object we have set MySQL host is equal to localhost, database name set to testing, username set to root, and password set to blank. After this we have go to fetch data.php page, and here we have write include statement with database connection.php file. This code will make database connection on this page. Now we have write $query variable is equal to select star from sample table order by ID in descending order. This is simple select query. Below this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this we have write $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. Now we want to execute this query, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method. If query successfully run, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write while loop, and under this we have write $row variable is equal to $statement variable with fetch method, and under this we have write to class fetch association method. Here we have use while loop for fetch data, and under this we have write $statement with fetch method with to class fetch association, which fetch next row data from query execution result and convert into array and store under $row variable. Under this loop we have write $data variable in array format is equal to $row variable, so on every interval while loop code will fetch next row data and convert into array which we have store under $data variable. Now we want to send this data to Angular JavaScript get method in JSON format. So we have write echo statement and under this we have write JSON encode method with $data variable. Now we have go to index.html page and here we have write ng-init directive is equal to fetch data function. So when page has been load then fetch data function will called and it will display sample table data under data table plugin. Now friends, here we can see that when page has been load into browser then we can see sample table data has been load on web page in jQuery data table plugin. Here we can easily search table data. Table pagination has been make automatically without write single line of code. If we want to sort table column data then we can easily sort any table column data. Now we want to add or insert new data or records into MySQL table by using Angular JavaScript with PHP and Bootstrap Modal. So we have go to index.html page first. Here we have use Bootstrap alert class for display success message on web page and here we have ng show is equal to message. Under this here we have write open and close two bracket and between this we have write success message. We will set value of this directive in Angular JavaScript. In Angular JavaScript code we have write $scope.success which name of ng show directive is equal to false. This code will hide this block of HTML code on web page when load into browser. After this here we have defined button type is equal to button with attribute name is equal to add button and ng click directive is equal to add data function. This function will be make for pop Bootstrap Modal with form. Here we have use Bootstrap Modal skeleton with attribute id is equal to Crud Modal. Under this modal first we have make one form for insert and update data. Under this Bootstrap Modal we have first define HTML form with method is equal to post. After this in Bootstrap Modal title tag we have write open and close modal title. Here we will set dynamic modal title by using Angular JavaScript code. Under Bootstrap Modal we have also use Bootstrap alert class for display validation message and here also we have add ng show is equal to error. After this here we have write open and close bracket and between this we have write error message which value will be set in Angular JavaScript code. For enter first name data here we have write input type is equal to text, name is equal to first name and ng model directive is equal to first name. By using this directive we can access this text box data in Angular JavaScript code. Same way for enter last name data we have write input type is equal to text, name is equal to last name and ng model directive is equal to last name. In modal footer we have write input type is equal to hidden, name is equal to hidden id and value is equal to open and close two bracket and between this we have write hidden id. Here value of this hidden field will be set by Angular JavaScript code dynamically. Lastly for submit form data we have write input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit and value is equal to open and close two bracket, and between this we have write submit button variable. Now we have go to Angular JavaScript code, and here we have write $scope.error which ng show directive name is equal to false. This code will hide ng show is equal to error directive block of code. For pop-up Bootstrap modal by using Angular JavaScript code, here we have write $scope.open modal is equal to function. This function will pop up Bootstrap modal by using Angular JavaScript. Under this function we have write modal pop-up variable is equal to angular.element method, and under this we have write modal id crud modal. Below this we have write modal pop-up variable.modal method, and under this we have write show. This code will pop up Bootstrap modal on web page by using Angular JavaScript. Same way for close modal we have make another function, so here we have write $scope.function name close modal is equal to function. This function will close modal using Angular JavaScript code. Under this function we have write modal pop-up variable is equal to angular.element method, and under this we have write modal id crud modal. Below this we have write modal pop-up variable.modal method, and under this we have write hide. This code will hide Bootstrap modal from web page by using Angular JavaScript. After this we have $scope.addData is equal to function. By using this function we will set some Angular variable value and pop up Bootstrap modal. Under this we have write $scope.modal title is equal to addData. This code will set modal title when modal will pop up in browser. Below this we have write $scope.submit button is equal to insert. This code will set insert value of submit button. Lastly we have write $scope.open modal function which will pop up Bootstrap modal on web page. Now we have go to HTML code, and here we have write ng click directive is equal to addData function, so when we have click on add button this function will be called. Now we have proceed for insert data into MySQL table by using AngularJS with Bootstrap modal and PHP. So here we have write $scope.submit form is equal to function. Under this function we have write $HTTP AJAX with first option method set to post, URL set to insert.php. In data option we have write first name data value get from $scope.first name directive, last name data value get from $scope.last name directive. Action data value get from $scope.submit button directive, and ID data value get from $scope.hidden ID directive. This way we have defined data which we want sent to PHP script. After this we have write success callback function. This function has been called if request completed successfully, and under this function we will write code after write PHP code under insert.php. So we have go to insert.php page, and here on this page first we have write include statement with database connection.php. This code will make database connection on this page. For receive data from Angular JavaScript function we have write $form data variable is equal to JSON code function, and under this function we have write file get contents function, and under this function we have write PHP input stream. Here this file get contents function has been fetch form data from this PHP input stream in JSON string format, and by using JSON code function it will convert into PHP array object. Below this we have defined 5 variable like $error variable, $message variable, $validation error variable, $first name variable, and $last name variable with blank value. After this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $form data with first name object. If this condition true then it will execute if block. So under this block we have write $error variable in array format is equal to first name is required. So here we have store error message under this $error variable. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $first name is equal to $form data with first name object. Same way for last name we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $form data with last name object. If this condition true then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $error variable is array format is equal to last name is required. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $last name variable is equal to $form data with last name object. Below this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $error variable. If this condition false then it will execute else block of code. So under this block we have write $validation error variable is equal to implode function with 2 argument like comma and $error variable. This function will convert array to string and store under this variable. But suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $form data with action object is equal to insert. If this condition true then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $data variable is equal to first name key value get from $first name variable, and last name key value get from $last name variable. Below this we have write $query variable is equal to insert into sample table with table column first name, last name values get from first name and last name. After this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. It will make query for execution. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method, and under this we have write $data variable. If query successfully run then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $message variable is equal to data inserted. After this we have write $output variable is equal to array with error key value get from $validation error variable and message key value get from $message variable. Now we want to send this data to Angular JavaScript function, so we have write echo statement with JSON encode function with $output variable. This function will convert array to JSON string and send to Angular JavaScript function. Now we have go to index page and here we have write if statement and under condition we have write data.error variable value is not equal to blank. If this condition true, that means there is some error, so under this block we have write $scope.success is equal to false, it will hide success alert message. Below this we have write $scope.error is equal to true, this code will display error alert message under Bootstrap Modal. For display error under error alert message we have write $scope.error message is equal to data.error, this code will display error under error alert under Bootstrap Modal. But suppose there is no any validation error found, then it will execute else block of code and under this block we have write $scope.success is equal to true. It will display success message on web page. For hide error alert message we have write $scope.error is equal to false, this code will hide alert error message under Bootstrap Modal. For display success message under success alert message, so here we have write $scope.success message is equal to data.message, it will display success message on web page. After this, for clear all form fields, we have write $scope.form data is equal to blank array, this will clear all form fields value. Then after we want to close Bootstrap Modal, so we have write $scope.close modal function. This function will close Bootstrap Modal by using Angular JavaScript. Lastly, we want to display last inserted data in data tables also, so we have write $scope.fetch data function. This function will display latest data under jQuery data table plugin. Now we have go to form tag and here we have add ng submit directive is equal to submit form function, so when we have submit form data then this submit form function will execute. Friends, first we have refresh page and after refresh of web page we can see sample table data on web page in jQuery data tables plugin, and above this we can see add button. So we have click on add button. After click on button, Bootstrap Modal has pop up on web page with simple form for enter first name, last name text box with save button. So we have directly click on save button, then we can see validation error on Bootstrap Modal, so we have fill text box with data and after this we have click on save button. Now Bootstrap Modal has been closed and we have received data inserted success message on web page, and we can also see last inserted data in jQuery data table plugin also without refresh of web page. Now we have proceed for how to edit or update MySQL table data by using Angular JavaScript with Bootstrap Modal and PHP script. For this we have go to index page. On index page here we have make $scope.fetch single data is equal to function with ID argument. This function will fetch particular name data from table display under Bootstrap Modal for edit data. Under this function we have write $HTTP method with first option method set to post and URL set to insert.php. Here we have send post request to this insert.php page. In third option we have write data in which we can define which data we want send to server. So here we have write ID data value get from ID argument and action data value set to fetch single data. After this we have write success callback function. This function has been called if request completed successfully and it will receive data from server. Under this function we have write $scope.firstName is equal to data.firstName. This code will first name text box with data get from this data.firstName. Below this we have write $scope.lastName is equal to data.lastName. This code will fill last name text box with data get from this data.lastName. Now we want to set hidden ID field value, so here we have write $scope.hiddenID is equal to ID argument. After this we want to change modal title, so here we have write $scope.modal title is equal to edit data. This code will change modal title text. Same way we want to change submit button value from insert to edit, so here we have write $scope.submit button is equal to edit. This code will change submit button value. Lastly we want to pop up Bootstrap Modal by using Angular JavaScript, so we have simply write $scope.openModal function. This function will pop up Bootstrap Modal on web page. Now we have to go HTML code and here we have add one more table column edit. For generate dynamic edit button for each data here also we have add one more table column and between this we have write button tag with type is equal to button. And ngClick directive is equal to fetch single data function with ID argument value get from name.id. So when we have click on any edit button then it will called fetch single data function. Now we have go to insert.php page and here we have write if statement and under condition we have write $form data with action object value is equal to fetch single data. If this condition false then we have write insert data block of code will execute which will become under this else block. But suppose above condition true then it will execute if block of code and under this we have write $query variable is equal to select star from sample table where ID is equal to $form data with ID object. Below this we have write $statement is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement and under this we have write $query variable. This will make query for execution. Now we want to execute query so we have write $statement variable with execute method. This method will execute query. After query execution we want to fetch result of query execution so we have write $result variable is equal to $statement variable with fetch all method. Below this we have write for each loop with $result variable as $row variable. Under this loop we have write $output first name variable is equal to $row first name variable. And $output last name variable is equal to $row last name variable. So here we have store data in $output variable, and this variable data has been sent to Angular JavaScript function, which we can see here. Friends, here first we have refresh page. After refresh of page, one edit column has been add in table with edit button, so we have click on any edit button. After click on edit button, modal has been pop up with filled data, and here modal title and submit button text has been changed. So when we have click on this button, then form has been submit which code we have already write. So now we want to only write update data code at server side when we have click on edit submit button, so we have go to insert.php. And here in else block of code we have write if statement with condition like $form data with action object value is equal to edit. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $data variable is equal to array with first name key value get from $first name variable, last name key value get from $last name variable, and ID key value get from $form data with ID object. Below this we have write $query variable is equal to update sample table set first name table column is equal to first name, last name table column is equal to last name, where ID is equal to ID. After this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this we have write $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method with $data argument. If query successfully run, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block of code we have write $message variable is equal to data edited message, and this message will be sent to Angular JavaScript function which code we have already write. So now friends, again we refresh page and click on edit button. After click on edit button, modal has been pop up with filled form data, and modal title and submit button text has been changed. Now we have made some changes in form fields and click on edit button. After click on edit button we have received data edit message on web page, and we can see changed data on web page. Now we have proceed for how to delete or remove data by using Angular JavaScript code with PHP script. So for this we have go to index page. And here we have write $scope.delete data is equal to function with ID argument. This function will delete data from MySQL table. Under this function we have write if statement, and under condition we have write confirm statement with message like are you sure you want to remove it. This code will pop up with OK and cancel button. If we have click on OK button, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $HTTP request with method option set to post and URL option set to insert.php. In third option we have write data, and under this we have write ID data value get from ID argument and action data value set to delete. Lastly we have write success callback function. This function will be execute if request completed successfully, and it will receive data from server. Under this function we have write $scope.success is equal to true. This code will display success alert message on web page. After this we have write $scope.error is equal to false. This code will hide error message from web page. Now we want to display success message text. So we have write $scope.success message is equal to data.message. This code will display success message with text on web page. Lastly we want to display update sample table data on web page in data tables plugin. So we have write $scope fetch data function. Now we have go to HTML code part, and here we have add one more delete table column. For generate dynamic delete button, here we have write button tag with type is equal to button, and click directive is equal to delete data function with ID argument value get from name.id. So when we have click on delete button, then this function will be called. Now we have go to insert.php page, and here we have write else if statement, and under condition we have write $form data with action object value is equal to delete. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $query variable is equal to delete from sample table with ID is equal to $form data with object ID. Below this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this we have write $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method. If query successfully run, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $output message variable is equal to data deleted message. So here we have message store under $output variable in array format, and this variable value has been sent to Angular JavaScript function. Now friends, first we have refresh page, and after refresh of page here we can see one more table column has been added with delete button. So when we have click on this button, then one message has been pop up with OK and cancel button. If we have click on cancel button, then no action has been taken. So we have again click on delete button, and now we have click on OK button. After click on OK button we have received data delete message on web page, and from data tables plugin data has been removed. So this way we can remove or delete data by using Angular JavaScript with PHP. So this is our complete Angular JavaScript and PHP Crud application with Bootstrap Modal. In this application, first we have load MySQL data in jQuery data tables plugin with server-side operation by using Angular JavaScript with PHP. After this we have discussed how can we insert or add new data into MySQL table by using Angular JavaScript and Bootstrap Modal with PHP script. After insert or add of data, we have seen how can we use Bootstrap Modal for update or edit data by using Angular JavaScript with PHP script. And lastly, we have learned how can we delete or remove MySQL table data by using PHP script with Angular JavaScript. So this way we have make single page CRUD application by using Angular JavaScript, Bootstrap Modal and PHP. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly,